Hello students, in earlier lecture we have discussed the forms of communication. Basically there are three forms of communication: oral communication, written communication and non-verbal communication. While the oral communication and written communication are the forms of verbal communication. So in today's lecture we are going to discuss the advantages of oral communication. The first foremost advantage of oral communication is to provide immediate feedback. Yes, we have discussed earlier that in oral communication, the person who is listening you is giving you reply at a time when you are delivering your message. So it is very immediate. We can say that oral communication is most immediate term. Feedback of another person uh, who is listener of your message is comes very fast in the communication process. Second advantage, oral communication is time saving. When you are getting feedback of your question, so your communication come to an end for once, so it is time saving. Third advantage is by drawing people together, communication builds up a healthy climate in the organization. In each and every organization, whenever you are making the communication, each and every persons are present at there, and you are delivering your message to all the persons. At that time, you can easily understand what they feel, what they wish to explain you, and what is their expressions. So oral communication is fast. It can build healthy climate in organization. You can reach to your superiors and subordinates very easily. D is oral communication is just surrounding personal becomes an effective tool of persuasions. Everybody knows that importance of persuasion in business. Whenever you would like to express certain something very deeply, at that time with oral communication and in presence of other persons, you can show what you want to say with your expression, with your gestures very easily. So oral communication is the best. Oral communication is not only time saving, it also very economical. You are not required to write anything, you are not required to use any tool for face to face communication. If you are making telephonic talk, so it is easy for you, it is not time consuming, and it is economically in comparison to written communication and non-verbal communication also. Oral communication also provides speaker opportunity to correct himself and make himself clear by changing his voice, tone, pitch, everything. Whenever you are speaking anything to another person, and if you feels that another person who is listening you is not getting you properly, he do not like your tone of your communication, he do not feel good your voice, your pitch, at that time you can have an opportunity to change everything. In oral communication, the speaker enjoys the advantage of understanding the groups he addressing. The group to whom we are making communication, uh, with their reviews, with their feedbacks, you can get easily that either they are getting or not. So you can get easy reaction of all of them. Now certain limitations are at there. Oral communication may not always be time saving. Sometime it may happen that in a meeting you are giving time to your subordinates, your supporters, your superiors, that what is your view regarding that. That at that time they take more time to reply you. So each and every time we cannot say that oral communication is time saving. Oral message cannot always be retained in the listener's memory. Written communication is written evidence. It will available to you after a certain number of time. You can say that after 1 year, if you would like to get what we had communicated earlier, then with the help of written communication we can recall everything. But oral communication is having specific time of memory in the mind of listener. So it may that listener gets changed after a few time. So it is not legal evidence for making communication in future course of action. In the absence of record, oral communication may not have a legal validity, as I had told you earlier that it is do not have legal validity. The length of message may be pose problem. In oral communication, you can make communication very slow, very little, much, because the message is always not suitable for oral communication, and the person to whom you are sending message cannot memorize each and everything. So these were the drawbacks of oral communication. Now we are concentrating over the written communication. Written communication is by words, that is written on notepad, on a computer, digitally or non-digitally. You can make written communication. So naturally we can say that written communication required a lot of efforts in comparison to the oral communication. It is writing communication. We can also say that it is writing communication. It is very clear. It can be used as evidence in future. It cannot be destroyed until you have missed it. So written communication is not by spoken words. However, the person who is speaker is writing, and we are the person who is speaking, and we are dictating in our mind and our books. So it can become a written communication also. Certain number of characteristics are at there in written communication. It is creative action, requires a lot of imaginations, and the efforts arrive at the finished product. While oral communication is spontaneous, written communication is based on conscious efforts. In comparison to oral communication, we have to make more efforts in written communication. In case of written communication, we can collect unnecessary information and arrange it in logical order. In oral communication, if you misfire any words, you will have to recorrect it, but in the minds of listeners you have put one image that you have spoken of wrong words. In written communication, when you write something, and whenever you are representing something, you have an idea and you have an opportunity to recorrect it. Another important feature of written communication is time factor. It involved more time. In oral communication, face-to-face situations through the telephone receives immediately, but in a written communication it takes certain number of time, but the sender has a plan out the message. Similarly, the receiver is have time that what to give a reply to your question. So it is useful written communication for both the parties, listeners as well as speaker. In oral communication, there can be continuous exchange of ideas. In written communication, it is not continuously. You will have time to think what to communicate later and what to communicate next. So it is more conscious in comparison to oral communication. Written communication calls for greater precision, as the receiver cannot ask any question directly on a particular point. In written communication, you have time to recorrect your question, you recorrect your word, and after making communication, the person who is receives it read your whole theory, and then only they can have questions in their mind. And it may also happen that after sending your message, when you reread your question, when you reread your literature, you also have some certain questions in your mind, and have answered you have prepared the answer for the same questions that we will be asked to you in future course of action by the listener's point of view. Therefore, the words chosen must be clear and precise. In case of oral communication, the receiver can seek clarification on the spot. When you do any mistake in oral communication, the receivers ask at a time to spot your errors, to recorrect your errors. But in written communication, you have enough time to recorrect your errors. It is not at the time of communication. Occasions for written communication. Now, certain number of occasions that is for arise for written communication. In organization, we have certain number of occasions. The first occasion is a memorandum. Memorandum are the form of letter. That is, in business communication, we often see that the employers write a letter to employee for certain time, for certain decision making, and for certain workouts. Here, a pro forma of memorandum, that is also considered as a memo, to whom we are sending the message, from who is sending the message, CC, who is with whom you are sharing the message, or we can say that you are sending the message to one person and another important person is in CC. The date of message, reference of message. Although the memorandum is internal letters, they differ from the letters in two major ways. First, memorandums are more likely to be written in the direct order. Most memorandums are direct because they concern work information. Here, the memorandum is direct from the receiver, direct from the sender to the receiver, because certain number of informations are crucial information and confidential information that is to be discussed from the sender and receiver only. So, basic criteria for memorandums and memos is to communicate very sensitive terms and to communicate that is not to be delivered or influenced by the other. Another form of communication is notice. Notice is very familiar to us. It is one part of memorandum. In government offices, in corporate offices, in business organizations, we can see that certain number of notices are passed on by the superiors to its subordinates. So we are quite familiar with the notices. Notice are this kind of letters that can be easily understood by its receiver. Telegram. It was earlier time word, that telegram. Urgency of communication matters arise due many urgency in communication arise many times. So we are making the use of telegram in earlier time. We all are not familiar with the telegram because it was the using telegram before our birth. At a presently we can say that we are using the telegram, but it is by the internet and we are not familiar with the telegram. In Gujarati we can say that telegram is tar. A telegram is used for external communication, for contacting customers, suppliers, branches, office, etc. Telegram gets immediately response. It is written from, but with the help of an instrument, it reads a written document by one person to another person very easily, and it gets reply in economical time. Telex. Telex is also type message. It is like a fax machine which is used to send your telegram from one person to another. At a present day situation, telex, telegram, all are not in existence, and we are not using it because at a present time we have certain number of more crucial time saving written communication instrument with which we can make communication with easily. Now, advantages of written communication. Certain number of advantages are at there. The first advantage, it provides record. In comparison to oral communication, written communication have specific records which can be used in future. It builds up the image of company. Written communication can build the image of company because each and every company is making written communication. It shows what they are doing by their prospectives, by their pamphlets, everything. So written communication builds the image of company. It is permanent. Written communication is permanent, not a temporary, because in future course of action when you need to concentrate on what you had communicated earlier, you can get easily the idea by the help of your words. It promotes uniformity of policy procedures, builds up a proper guideline for the workings of organization. Written communication gives you uniformity in each and every communication. Written communication have common rules and regulations, so the guidelines for the organization became same. Responsibility can be easily fixed with the help of written communication. You can fix easily the responsibilities. Disadvantages of written communication. In comparison to oral communication, it consumes more time, no immediate feedback you will get. It is costly. Certain number of paperworks are at there. If you are making written communication by computers, then internets, computers, papers, printers, everything should be required at there. It builds up unmanageable lot of paper and files. It costs a lot in organization, as I had informed you earlier. In case, in the absence of immediate clarification, sometime communication cycle remains incomplete. You feels that you will get response of receiver in 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, but it may happen that the receiver do not get your message in these 5 days. So sometime it may happen that your communication remains incomplete. Written communication calls for a greater efficiency, selection of words, language, and so it is not good express in comparison of oral communication.